Melissa. Happy Friday. I can't believe we're back again with another new product. This one, they're just like coming fast and furious the last couple weeks. So this time we are looking at Cricut's new infusible ink sheets. So I'm sure you guys have heard about these by now. But they are exclusive right now to Michaels, okay? And in fact, hi Tate, in fact, they were only available on Michaels.com until yesterday or today. I think today is the day you can get them in stores. So last week I placed my order with Michaels, and $65 later, I had 6 sheets of infusible ink and 10 markers. Okay, so I was like, that's a little steep for me, $65, so let's just see. Now, I need to know. Everybody, I knew this was going to work with Silhouette, but I didn't know exactly. I'm not a Cricut blogger, so I didn't get a little preview, so I'm just like you. So I spent I spent part of yesterday and then this morning testing this stuff out, and I really want to give you guys the details on this, okay? Because if you're going to run out to Michaels, I want you to know how to cut this, because there are some things that they don't tell you that I'm going to tell you. Hi, Mom. Mom, aren't you on vacation? Get off your phone. I'll see you next week. Okay, so first things first. These are the patterns that I picked, okay? So I picked this one. It's like a little palm pattern, okay? 2 sheets in here. Each sheet is 12 by 12, so there's that. Oh, Leslie's saying she missed the price point. Well, let me just tell you, Leslie, I bought these 2 boxes, which is a total of 6 sheets, and these 10 markers and pens, $65. Okay? All right, so that's where we are. So this one has 2 of these 12 by 12 sheets I haven't even opened yet. And this one was, I think, $17.99 for this pack, and this one has 4 of the sheets in it. And this is the one that I already started testing because I just wanted to see the patterns and how they come out. Okay. So what do you get with this? Well, you get your sheets, which one of them I have already started cutting. And you also get these little things, which is basically like how you would use a Teflon sheet. It's just the parchment paper to go over top when you're heating it. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that it comes very rolled up, and that's a bit of an issue for me. Because we need these flat to cut, and they are not vinyl-like, they are paper-like, okay? The backing is clear, you can see that, okay? However, they are very tightly rolled, and so that is my first little, really, a flat sheet probably would have been better so we can put it on our mat, because now I'm struggling. All right, so I'm just going to put these to the side for right now because I need to roll them back up to fit in here. So I decided I was going to cut this one first. Now you might notice that I've cut down here. That's because I was testing. Now listen, when you're paying whatever it is, $4 or $5 a sheet for this stuff, you better get it right, right? So I tested it. I got the perfect cut settings for you, and I will share them with you. But I also want you to know that where on the package here it says, these are the 3 directions it gives. Cut the design from the sheet with your Cricut machine. Well, Silhouette machine works too. Number 2, choose a compatible infusible ink blank sold separately. And then there's another little note that says, will not work with incompatible base materials. Like, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you what it means. It means any sublimation blank will work, okay? If it has polyester, 50% or more, it's going to work. Because guess what? I had these sublimation blanks just sitting around, and I tried it, and it's perfectly good. Okay, so I threw some links up there, a link up there, that there's a million different sublimation blanks you can get from my friends at Pro World. Those will work. 3rd direction, transfer the design from a Cricut with a Cricut Easy Press, or a heat press that reaches 400 degrees. So you do need 400 degree heat press, which means if you have a Cricut Easy Press original, it will not work. You need either the Cricut Easy Press 2, which goes up to 400, or a heat press that goes up to 400 degrees. So you need that. Now, what it says next is carefully follow the instructions at infusibleinc.com. So I went over there. There's not really a whole lot of directions, but there is a video, which I watched, And the video is wonderful, except it doesn't tell you the most important thing that's going to prevent you from wasting this gold that you just spent your hard-earned crap fund on. You have to reverse your image. In fact, in the video, they didn't reverse their image, and by some miracle of, I don't know, video creative editing, it came out right. So I'm here to tell you, you better reverse your image in Silhouette Studio, because otherwise you will not have hello. You will have Ola, okay? And you will not have a number 6 baseball. You will have a backward 6, okay? So in Silhouette Studio, reverse your image before you cut. Okay. I'm a little excited about this. I just don't like when people waste their money, especially me. And they didn't tell me. I mean, I knew. But it also means that when you're drawing with these, God forbid you hand draw, okay? You need to draw in reverse. You need to draw backwards. So if you put these in Silhouette with your pen holder, make sure you reverse your image, because when you flip it onto the surface, then it will be right. Good God. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. We're good. Now I'm going to show you how to cut this. Okay? Okay. Good Lord. I know. I'm sorry. Well, it's Friday. I'm like a little like, really, we need to be very careful about this. Okay. Now, carefully, make sure you have a really sticky cutting mat, because like I said, these things are rolled so tight that if you don't have a sticky mat, it's going to roll up because of the way that they have put them into these boxes, okay? All right, so I am cutting down here. I have already obviously cut here. You can see this is the one that I cut from here in reverse, and I cut another one the same, okay? Now, one thing that you'll notice is this is kind of dull and this is super bright. When you, just like regular sublimation, when you apply heat and pressure to sublimation inks, it pops, okay? This is a what they call no hand. You cannot feel it, all right? There's no, look, okay? It's into the blank. So that's one of the awesome things. So let me just tell you a little something that I'm allowed to say, because I'm a consumer that got on here and bought these myself. These are pre-printed sublimation sheets, okay? That's just what it is. All right, so let's cut this bad boy. I have it set up. I just created a custom cut setting for Cricut Infusible ink sheets. The cut settings I am using are Blade 5, Speed 2, Force 18, 1 pass. I'm going to do a blog post on this too. I'm going to try to get it on the blog next week, but I wanted you guys to see, because I know these are coming out today, and before you run out and waste, you know, $9.99 on the 2 sheets that you bought, I want you to know how to use it. All right, so let's send this to cut. Now, remember, you have to cut in reverse, okay? So I try to cut, for stuff like this, I try to cut down here, and that way, once it cuts, I can just kind of do like a little test to make sure that it has cut and I can weed it correctly, okay? All right, now, the other thing that you should know is that because these are kind of paper-based, not vinyl-based, they're a little different to weed, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, we are gonna use, these are just sublimation blanks. These are keychains. These are, or ornaments or something. I don't know. Oh look, see, remember we did this the other day with our regular sublimation printer? Yep, guess what? I just did the exact same thing with this one, okay? With the infusible ink. So these are sublimation blanks. I threw a link up there because I know Cricut has their own special infusible ink blanks, but you should know that while you can get them, and they will work great, they have a limited selection. And so if you want more, you can just look for sublimation blanks. All right, so now I'm gonna weed this. Now, I don't know, hopefully you can see how this is going. It is paper-based, so you gotta get it kind of going first, and then it'll all peel up, okay? So, here we go. Let's see. It's sticky, okay? Okay, now you see, I put a little, whoops, weeding box, we'll fix that, don't worry. Okay, so it's also on, I gotta get it out of the machine. Okay, so we'll do this. So you can see, this is one of the things, and the problem is if you cut any deeper, it'll go through the whole backing of the material, and I don't want that to happen, okay? Because then any design that has any kind of, this didn't do this first time, so we'll just, you don't want that white on there though, I'll tell you that. Okay. It comes on, hold on. Okay. So, see why you guys, Facebook Live is great, because while sometimes it looks like I'm struggling, this is the kind of stuff that you are going to encounter, and that creative editing can be edited out. Okay, so now we've got our design here. Now you need to just pick out, like ours says hello, so we need to get rid of those letters, okay? It's totally different than weeding vinyl. I actually may need to recut this one. I cut it on the same cut settings, but, or I need my tweezers, which I don't have right here. All right, let's get this. Okay, we're gonna get it. I might just recut it totally. All right, let's just recut this. But again, let me waste mine before you waste yours, okay? I don't want you guys wasting your material. I'm gonna increase the force a little bit, and we gotta move this to another spot. Hold on. All right. Okay, let's put it up here. Okay, so let's just send it. I increased the force to 26. Let me see if that'll fix it. Okay, sorry about that. But I like you guys to see this kind of stuff, because then you know that, you know, this is how it actually is working, okay? Now, obviously it worked when I did it. We just got to get the cut settings exactly right. And because this is a paper base, and also because it's a Cricut material, they're not going to tell us what the cut settings are. We've got to test our own, okay? That's okay. All right, so if you're just joining us, we are looking at Cricut's new Infusible ink, which is available, just came out today in Cricut stores. I was able to get it because I ordered it online from Cricut, from Michaels.com, which I don't know when it went on sale there, but I got it. I just got mine in yesterday, so it just went on sale. All right, so let's test this one and see if this is any better. Yes, much better. Okay. See, that's how it's supposed to weed. Okay, much better. All right, so update those cut settings that I just told you. You want to update them. I don't want you guys to think this stuff can't be cut on Silhouette. It can be. Okay, you just got to get the right cut settings. And the cut settings are 5, blade 5. This I did on a speed of 4, force 26. Okay, all right, so now, oops, I got to get this one. Okay. All right, now I am able to grab my design and place it on my blank. Remember, we're using any sublimation blank, okay? And here's the thing. You are wasting a little bit because you've got to weed, okay? All right, why is it in reverse? It's in reverse because when we put it on our blank, we have to flip it over like this. Now, I'm going to take you over to the heat press, and we're going to go over there. Now, this heat press, we are on 400 degrees, okay? You have to be on 400 degrees, and you have to be at 600. One thing that I actually really like about this is that unlike traditional sublimation, these sublimation sheets, infusible ink sheets from Cricut, they have a sticky carrier sheet, which means when you put it on your blank, the sticky part will actually hold it in place, and you don't need tape. You guys use tape usually, right? The high temp tape. You don't need that for this. So 400 degrees, I've got it on there. It comes with a little sheet of parchment, but I also have one right here, and 1 minute, okay? So let's watch what happens. Now, I want you to remember, this is what our sheet looks like, and the colors are really gonna pop. It does say on the side here, this is what it looks like before, and then after you apply, this is what it looks like, okay? So there's a big difference there. Now, how is this different than sublimation? These are basically pre-printed, patterned sublimation sheets. But you're paying a premium for them, okay? This is the most ironic thing. I printed this sheet yesterday. It was an 8.5 by 11, or I printed it the other day. This is Easy Sublime, and I made this little thing. And then, this is sublimation too. And then I got this, and I thought, oh my God, it's like the same exact pattern, except the one, how do I can't get it next to each other. It's reversed. The one I printed at home on my sublimation printer, and the one I paid for, and it's Cricut. I just thought it was funny. So you basically just need to know that if you don't have a sublimation printer, this is a great way to sublimate, but you are limited to the designs, the pattern designs that they have, okay? So it's kind of actually a good gateway to sublimation. All right, so now this is hot, guys, because we're at 400 degrees. And, oh gosh, we've got stuff everywhere. Move aside. I need more room. All right, now I'm gonna peel this off, and there is the design, okay? So you can see that it really becomes vibrant and bright once you put it on with the heat and the heat and pressure from your heat press, okay? And those of you that are just joining, this is the not Easy Sublime. I've been talking about Easy Sublime and printable Oracle and everything else. God, there's so many print things going on right now. This is the Cricut Infusible ink, okay? So you can get it at Michael's. It's the only place you can get it right now. I just heard it's in the store today. And then like I said, I ordered mine online. So I will have a full review. It's very hot. That's why I'm holding it like this. I will have a full review for you on Tuesday. I'm going to work on this today and get it up on the blog with the cut settings, pros, cons, things I like, things I don't like. Basically putting everything I just said here into a blog post so you guys can decide if this is something that you want to get into. If you're interested in trying sublimation, or you like the idea of being able to sublimate but you don't have a sublimation printer, this is a great way to do it. Now, those of you asking, can I put it on wood, can I put it on canvas, can I put it on a shirt? It has to have a polyester coating, okay? If you read this, it says it will not work on incompatible base materials, which, you know, who knows what that means, but, well, we do. We know that it has to be a polyester, has to have polyester in it. These are sublimation blanks, and it will work on there, okay? I don't know how many different blanks Cricut is selling. I know they had a baby outfit. They had a couple shirts. I think I saw some coasters, some different things. But if you want a wider selection of sublimation blanks, I threw a link up there. It goes right to Pro World. They've got hundreds of sublimation blanks you can pick from, including these if you want. These are just like 2.5-inch rounds. You can use as an ornament or keychain. Again, you can use them with regular sublimation as well. All right, so lots of different things, okay? Billie Jean, I threw the link for where I get a lot of my sublimation blanks up top. You can also search Amazon for sublimation blanks. But be careful when you do that. The reason that I didn't do it, that I didn't throw that link up there specifically today, is because there are things in there that people are putting in that category, sublimation blanks, and they're not actually sublimation. They like cotton canvas bags, and I was like, this isn't sublimation, but they're trying to get people to their listing, and so that's it. So if you are interested in printing your own pattern, you need a sublimation printer. Okay, so that's what I did here. That's a whole different not a whole different ball game. It's basically like the step up, okay? All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. If you know someone who's interested or who's been thinking about Cricut Infusible, share this with them so they can decide. I think it does give really nice results. You can put this on a whole bunch of different surfaces, substrates and stuff, but I think there are some things that we need to be aware of, that it's not cheap. It comes in tightly rolled. It's a paper based because sublimation is paper. So different things like that, okay? And one last time for the cut settings on a Silhouette Blade 5, Speed 4, Force 26, and 1 pass. That's what I did today, the one that actually worked. The one that didn't work, I had the Force too low. So there you go. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you.